Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. And today we are going down the rabbit hole with the soul journey for the collective. So this is going to be about the journey that your soul is taking, has taken, or will be taking. It's however the messages come out. I will read them as they are, remembering that energy is fluid, so take it as it resonates. You may not be in this part of the journey yet, or you may have already passed this part of the journey and this is confirmation, or you may be going through it and this is that guide to help you through in this now moment. Now, with that being said, guys, I just want to let you know it is a true honor being here in this space with you, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer is that they find you in such a way that they help guide you to the next level of your life. But not only that, they remind you that you guys are the ones that have the power in your life, and to take back that power and make the best decisions for your highest path. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers and to all of my new subscribers, to all of my OG watchers and to all of my new G watchers. I'm just truly honored to be here giving you guys these messages, and I want to thank you guys so very much because you're helping my dreams come true, and it's such an honor and a blessing and a pleasure. Guys, I'm not currently giving out private readings. However, I will be switching things up, so make sure you guys are watching the description box for any new information. It will be linked down there. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel at this time, it's not a requirement, but anything is welcome and so appreciated. Check out that description box. All of that is linked down below. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. This collective message source. The soul journey for the collective. What do they need to know about the soul journey in this time? What do they need to know about the soul journey in this time source? What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective souls? What's going on for the soul journey? The soul journey for the collective. What do they need to know? What's going on for the collective? The soul journey. Okay, thank you, source. The soul journey. What's going on for the collective in the soul journey, source? What do they need to know? Alright. Perfect. Let's get into it, guys. Let's see what's coming out. Whoa, already? The first card out. Okay. So we have the Star in the reverse. Alright, guys. So many of you have been on this journey for a while, and I get this sense that you're just feeling super hopeless. Like, yeah, you're afraid of standing in your power right now because it's just, I hear it's been so long. It's been so long. So many of you guys are just mirroring an old energy that you're letting go of right now. This is something that you were in the past. Despair, hopelessness, intrusiveness, overbearing energy may not have been yours. It may have been somebody else's energy. Yeah, and one-sided love, giving away all your heart, your love, your kindness to somebody who wasn't reciprocating in a way to show you love. I mean, come on. You guys are the Empress and the Star, regardless of your gender. This is not about gender, it's about energy. It's like you guys are standing very powerful and not realizing it, but right now in your mindset, there's this energy of your soul is hurting because it needs to heal from this one-sided love that you guys had in the past. It needs to heal and it needs to become complete. And how to become complete is just to be completely whole with yourself. You are whole. You are home, right? You don't need someone to complete you. It's about being complete in your own. And I know this is so much easier said than done. But truly, the more you, thank you, Source, the more that you practice this, the easier it will become. Yeah. Feeling like life served you an injustice. For some of you guys, I feel like you're missing a piece of your soul due to a very traumatic childhood. This could have been a family that was constantly arguing. This could have been a family that was constantly just overbearing and overwhelming, controlling, I heard. Some family members were very controlling. You guys may have been abused by some family members, and that's any type of abuse coming through right now. And I feel like maybe you guys locked up a piece of this, like this part of your soul for a long time, and feel like it's been scary for you guys to even acknowledge this, because in order to acknowledge this part of your soul, in order to acknowledge this part of yourself, you would have to seemingly re-experience the situation again, and it was very traumatic, and that's why you've closed yourself off to it. But look, guys, Source is saying in feeling this and letting this go in its entirety is going to bring you into this Nine of Cups energy and King of Cups on the bottom. Look at that. Booyah. Boo. Oh, no. Guys, I cannot make this up. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I can't make it up, guys. I can't make it up. I feel like these need to be out. We're gonna put them like this. This is what's keeping you from your love. It's having hopelessness in the people that have surrounded you for all your life, collective. Having people who manipulated you and made you feel like they were in a partnership with you, and then I heard like cheated on you, but this is family. So when I say cheated on you, like, I don't want you guys to think like, oh, it was like that. No, like when I say that, I'm talking about like you were treated differently, and that's why they cheated on you, because it's like you were their blood, but anybody that was outside of this, it was like they got treated better than you, and you just couldn't figure it out, and you saw that happen a lot. You're like, look at this person, they're just such a bigot. Like, you know, they come home and they talk about these people all bad behind their back, but then they go out and they show them all kinds of love and kindness, and, you know, doing things that they say they wouldn't do, but they're doing them anyways. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to you. It's like frustrating. But look at this. They're saying if you feel this right now, you go back and you feel this upset, you feel this pain, you feel this disconnect, or you guys are currently unearthing this, and it's very, like, I'm getting a very uncomfortable resistance to it, but as much as you can flow, I know it's uncomfortable, and I know it hurts, and I know it feels pointless, but it's not. It's bringing about a huge change for you guys. Look, you're getting your ultimate fulfillment, because you'll be complete and whole within yourself, and then that's going to attract your king or queen to you, and it's going to be a beautiful union. Like, it's like this is the last thing you need to overcome for union, whatever union is. And I'm not here to put titles on anything, guys. I'm tired of the titles and the labels, because I think people misinterpret them all the time, and this journey in its fullness is solely about becoming okay with self. It's not about another person. So it's like, regardless of who's coming into your life, this is about you finding the ultimate fulfillment within yourself and being okay with that, and being okay with your flaws, your imperfections, your edges, your beauty, your surrender, your magnificence, everything. Yeah, this has definitely had you feeling trapped with this Four of Swords here. It's like, so it made you feel as though the world was this whole way. And I feel like this mirrored back to you for a long time. You got lied to by your closest friends. You got lied to by your closest family members. Like, anybody that you confided in just betrayed you. Yeah. And look at this. Look, guys. Look, we have the Chariot and the Star on the bottom and the upright. And it's like, this is saying to me right now, you chose this before you were born in order for you to grow in a spiritual sense, so that you could become the star of the earth or the world, to shine brighter than anybody in your family. And, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean to be out in front of a ton of people, but it could very well mean that. But it's like, this is great healing. This is great healing that you're bringing, whether that's to one person or whether that's to a billion people. It doesn't matter. Like, it's like, you are healing yourself right now, and it's getting out of this. This is just a mindset. This is a mindset that my life is going to be like this all the time. It's a mindset of saying that this is like letting go of the past. Letting go of what the past was to you, right? Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords coming out, and the wants to be in the upright, and it flew over the King of Swords in the reverse here on the bottom. So this tells me that there was a past relationship that mirrored this this childhood trauma. Like, and it could have been the full embodiment of this childhood trauma, like constant disapproval, constant betrayal, constant upset, constant yelling, constant being in a lot of disbelief and discomfort. And it's like, this is where what you're missing, right? Because this is Libra energy, and then we have Taurus Libra energy here, right? And we have Libra here. So you guys could have Libra in your chart, or this could simply be coming up because it is the Libra new moon currently right now for today, and I believe tomorrow, and we'll be feeling the effects of it for the next few weeks. It happened last night or yesterday evening. But guys, at this time, what's going on is it's like basically Source is pointing out that that Libra energy is bubbling up within you, and this is about you finding justice for yourself. You are actually in the process of creating something right now, and it's very near and dear to your heart, and you're very defensive towards the past. To like, it's like if they're coming towards you and they're like, oh, what is it that you're doing, collective? And you're like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm doing me, and I'm doing what I need to be doing. And they're like constantly trying to bother you. And you're just like, look, you have your point, you have your view, but I'm not going to be in this manipulative energy with you anymore. Like, I'm putting up the block, and I'm not going to discuss anything any further. You're being stern and protective of your communication, the way that you communicate. You're no longer confiding in these people. Like, I feel like a huge realization of where your trust was came up recently, or it's about to, or you're on that path to finding out. But it's like the people that you thought that you could trust, all of a sudden you came into this realization that the reason that you had a relationship in the past that was very upsetting to you, that was putting you in this impulsive energy, right? It was like, this is completely being at a disregard for yourself and for others, because you're solely acting upon your emotions, right? You're solely acting upon your emotions, and it's to protect the future. It's to protect yourself in the future, rather than seeing yourself for the powerful person that you are and being able to communicate effectively. And so this is what it taught you. It taught you to communicate effectively, and it taught you to be detached from the outcome, where there's this energy that's coming. But it's like your soul forced you to go through this heartbreak. Your soul forced you to go through this trauma when you were a child. And the whole reason for it, it's not some cruel joke. This is clearing out a lot of things for you, right? This is helping you heal ancestral wounding. And in healing this ancestral wounding, you're closing this cycle for good. This is no longer going to be in your lineage moving forward. And you may be like, well, why couldn't it have been somebody before me? Because no one before you was ready to take the journey. It was all building up to this point, to you, to take this journey, to truly embody that, to truly be the healer within, and in that healing, bring healing to the world without, and have something beautiful in return. But it was getting over this, and I feel like these people do come at you sometimes, and you're just kind of like, nope, I'm not dealing with your negativity. Like, I see, she's looking at this like, I see what you did to me. I see how you trapped me. I see how you didn't want me to grow because you were afraid of what I was potentially capable of. Not because of what I am capable of. You were afraid of my potential. And in being afraid of my potential, you treated me one way, shape, or form about that. And that was the injustice here. And so with the Queen of Swords coming out as well, I feel like Source is pointing towards this, that there's no need for you to be vicious. Just being detached, say what you need to, and then being detached and following your footsteps to doing what is important for you. This is going to let Source work justice on this situation. Whomever this person is, from whoever these people are, whatever the situation is in its fullness, Source is going to come in with a backhand. I don't know why I heard that, but it was like, like that's the image that I got right now. And it was like, I heard that noise, that like that smack. You're like, wow, okay, Source, so let's come out this way. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, yeah. Exactly. This, oh my gosh. So these people that were in your life, or this situation in your life, what ended up happening was that they really poured their own insecurities on you, which makes me feel like the collective that I'm talking to right now, you guys heal people just by being in their presence, right? Like, this is that energy of just, you kind of show up and then all of a sudden like shit hits the fan, but you have no idea why. It's like, that's because without knowing it, you've triggered healing within people. And so I feel like that's exactly what you did as a child within these people's lives. And how would you know? Like, I before you start beating yourself up, okay, like, I want to ask you guys, how on earth would you know? You were a child, you were innocent, you didn't know that you were doing this, and these people had no self-love, and in having no self-love, they couldn't communicate to you how it was that you were making them feel. So instead, what they did was they really like pressured you to not do what you wanted to do. They pressured you to live their life. So it's like they're trying to live vicariously through you, seeing your potential and saying like, oh, like maybe you wanted to be a painter, and they're like, no, you can't be a painter, but you know what you can be is a graphic design. You can go and do marketing, things that they thought were secure, right? And so they like fed you up with this, fed you up with this, fed you up with this. And that's why so many things fell apart for you, because this energy was like broken, right? It brought you to this place of feeling like everything was meaningless and everything was worthless. And why do I put forth this effort when it feels like nothing even happens? I feel like, you were in this energy of being like, or you are in this energy of being so hard on yourself and so afraid to listen to your guidance, because all your life it was like pushed out of you by other people. And so this is something that you need to sit with and be okay with, sources saying in this moment, and this will help bring back the fragments of your soul that may have been lost. Okay, because a lot of times when somebody's trying to pressure us and put power over us and control us without knowing, okay, again, it's without knowing, these are things that happen. They can take a piece of our soul, and we in turn can allow them. Look at it in terms of like giving your power away. If you give your power away to someone, you're basically giving them a piece of your soul, saying you own a part of me and you get to control that part of me. And so in this, why I did this soul journey spread is because it's asking source, what do you need to do to bring back that part of your soul? And so right here with the Ace of Cups and the Fool in the reverse, it's source saying this is that uncomfortable energy that you have to sit with. And you have to really feel into that. Like, what do you feel? If you have to write it down, if you have to speak about it, if you have to, whatever it is that you can do to express it. If you paint, if you draw, you know what I mean? Like, get something and put how you feel down on something so you can see it back to you, and allow yourself to release that. And when you release that, you're going to be able to start taking leaps and bounds towards this Nine of Cups energy, right? It's a beautiful place to be in. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Like, you feel like your bad fortune was you. Oh, Lord, collective. You feel like your bad fortune was you. Not, it hadn't, and that's the thing. It's like, you never blame these people because you cared about them so much. You love them so much. It's like, well, if they're family, it's just this energy of, well, that's what family does. They look out for each other. And that I feel like you really think that they were looking out for you. And these people were jealous of you, and they were upset with you. And maybe now you're coming into this realization, with this Queen of Swords here. I feel like you definitely come into this realization of saying, at least saying, I have to step back and be okay with being myself and being stern and firm in who I am. I'm not lying to anybody, but I'm also not giving as much as I was giving before. Right? Like this Empress in reverse, this is a woman or a man. It doesn't matter your gender, right? But this is what I call a woman who loves too much. Like overextending your energy, overextending everything, giving every part of yourself just to impress a person so they'll like you. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like you had to take a step back and step into this Queen of Swords energy. Is like, before I can come up into my Empress energy, which you already are, it's just like about healing it and getting there. And so when you're doing this, it's giving you an opportunity to put this on your psyche and really see that you were never the one that turned your fortune. I mean, yes, you were, but the beliefs that you hold within your system are not yours to hold on to, right? They're not coming from you. It's the insecurities of everybody else around you, and that is what's turning your fortune. Now, for some of you guys, actually, I would say for most of you guys, you do need to really focus on heart chakra and sacral chakra. They're really pointing out sacral chakra to me right now. It's like, it keeps like, I keep hearing it and I keep seeing it. And so they're wanting you to reconnect with your sensuality, your sexuality, your ability to have fun, to play, to enjoy good things. And exactly, look, we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. This causes you confusion, thinking that you're the one that caused your bad luck. You're like blaming yourself. It's like for those moments that you didn't show up. I mean, sure, you need to take accountability for yourself. That's fine. But what Source is saying, it's like, say you're trying to, and I use this example a lot, so I use it so you guys can put your situation in there. But say you were trying to lose weight and you showed up and you were doing good, and then all of a sudden you stopped showing up, and that one day that you didn't show up, you spent all day long beating yourself up, and then you were confused. But look at your family past, right? Did anybody in your family work out regularly? Did you know anybody personally that worked out on the regular? Did you know anybody that showed up every day for themselves like that, right? And if you learned how to do that, well, you learned it on your own because you were guided and inspired to learn that. But it's again, it's like, that's that energy. It's like when you didn't show up to complete a project, it's like you constantly beating yourself up. But what you're not seeing, or what you didn't realize on the soul journey, is that your soul left a part of itself with the people who were constantly badgering you because you were constantly triggering them. And so that energy, you were embodying somebody blaming you, and in turn, instead of putting that outward, which you probably do in some circumstances, or you have, or you will, right? Wherever you're at. But what they're saying is, instead of externally expressing that, usually what you would do is the first thing is internally express that and take that on. And as an empath, it's easier to take that on yourself and to try and figure out why can't I heal this energy? And it's because it's not yours. It's because it's not yours. Like, you gotta go on, get out of here. You know, let's wave the feather away from that energy. Source, please take that energy away from the collective. It's not theirs to bear. This is the breath of Source coming towards you, blowing away that energy that is not yours. So blow it off the cards, right? Because it's not yours to bear, guys. It's really not. As it is spoken, so shall it be. Amen. Aho. I say, thank you, Source. We're blowing it away. So that way then you can heal what needs to be healed, and that's your issue with trust. Trusting yourself. Right? So that's what I think Source is really pointing out, the sacral chakra here, is because it's about getting back in touch with that part of yourself that is innocent and fun and beautiful. Yeah, so we have the 8 of Coins here, clarifying the 9 of Cups. And this is just saying, it's like, work towards your happiness is what I heard when I flipped that over. Work towards your happiness, not this person's happiness, not these people's happiness, the situation. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to stay in this manipulative energy because that's what they like. That's the only way they know how to show up. And that it's as much as it's something that I feel like you really truly want to heal within yourself, it's not. You can't heal this for them. You can't heal this for anybody but yourself. And I feel like you've already healed that for yourself, because you're coming into a state and a place where you're truly accepting the whole of who you are. And that's what's attracting this. Like, we've got the 2 of Cups in the upright at the bottom. I feel like that wants to come out for these. Yeah. You both have a cup to give to each other. Why? Because this is that energy of, look, you know, you've healed yourself so much, and now you're just kind of on that precipice where you're holding on to other people's energy and other people's belief systems. And it's like, once you relieve yourself of those belief systems, you'll realize, why was I blaming myself? I'm human too. You know, like, and it's just because these people. So the vast majority of the collective, because you're not the vast majority, you're the collective, the ones that are trying to change, right? And not everybody is trying to change, but the vast majority of the collective really truly lives a life as though they're Superman or Superwoman, and when they themselves make a mistake, well, that can't happen to me, so it must have been somebody else's fault. Right? Look, we've got moon energy. So they're telling me that this is because of the Libra new moon. That's why the moon came out on the bottom here. Source wants you to know that for those of you that are clicking on this during the Libra new moon, that's why both Libra energies are out on the table here. And this is coming through because of moon work that you've done, or because of the cycles that you've completed in your journey. However, back to what I was saying. So because they act like Superman or Superwoman, when something happens, it's easier to point the blame. And it's the easiest to point the blame on those that are like star seeds or empaths, because you carry the energy so well. It's like, you guys ever seen that commercial on YouTube? It always kind of baffled me. And it really shocked me because of how true it was. It was like this stick figure, but he's not really a stick figure, but kind of a stick figure with like a full body and everything. And he goes out in his day and he's walking around, and everybody that he touched, he takes energy from them, and he starts feeling sluggish, and his character gets really dark as it goes, and it fills him all the way up to the tip of his head, right? And then he goes home, and his dog is there, and his dog has all black in him too, because he's all stressed out because his owner's gone. And then they like hug each other, and then it like wipes both of them clean again. Well, that's what an empath is, right? Like, you guys are sucking up everybody else's energy, and it's hard to know what's your energy and what's their energy. And it's like, that's what I think you're dealing with right now, is like, is my belief towards myself truly because I believe that about myself, or has my belief in myself been that way because everybody else feels that way about me? And what you're going to see and realize is that really you've been carrying everybody else's weird ass energy towards you because they're uncomfortable with what's going on, right? They're uncomfortable that you're different. They're uncomfortable that you don't do the things that they do. They're uncomfortable because everything about you screams success. And that makes them uncomfortable because they don't feel successful. So rather than trying to change themselves, it's easier to point the finger at you and place all that blame on you, and for you to carry that so that they feel better about themselves, right? That's really what it comes down to. Source, can I please get a love card for this connection that you have here? I want 2 cards, so I want that one. And please get another one for this connection that you have down here. Okay, thank you. So listen with your heart flipped over and slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Number 9. Yeah, so completing this cycle, like, don't be in a rush here. I think sometimes it's easy if you guys have already met this person and you guys definitely feel this connection. It could be a Pisces or a Cancer. We definitely have heavy Cancer energy here. It could be any sign, though. It could be a Libra. It could be a Virgo. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Capricorn. It could be an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Libra, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It could be any sign, guys. So if that's not your signs, that's okay. For those of you that it is, it could just be that you're asking for that extra confirmation. So listen with your heart came out. It says you're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. Yeah, so I feel like this is for those of you that are resistant to what it is that I'm telling you. Like, just being open will help you receive the love and the guidance that you need in this time, because Source is really trying to help you heal at this time. Source is really trying to open you up to this beautiful union here. I mean, this is real romantic love here, guys. For those of you that it's not, this could be a real friendship coming in, and just that like strange friendship that you guys just bond, and you bond so well that you're thick and thin, ride or die through all of life, right? Look at this. And then we got 22, master number 22 coming out saying, trust the process. It says the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. So if you guys know this person and they're not able to fully commit to your connection just yet, Source is saying it's okay. Like, you don't have to be upset. Like, just keep listening with an open heart and the heart of the matter here. So this is saying connect with your heart and really listen, and listen to what Source is trying to tell you, because There's something that's going on behind the scenes with this other person. And I feel like very much so that this person, with this being, this is a perfect pair. You have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here, followed by the Two of Cups came out on the bottom of the deck to clarify this. It's saying that this is a love that will last a time. Okay, whatever love this is that's coming in, it doesn't matter. But not to rush it, even though you might have been lonely for a while, not to rush this situation. Allow things to unfold and allow things to be, this way, because at the end of the day, I feel like whoever this other person is, they're dealing with a lot. And I feel like you're healing a lot. And as you heal, right? As we heal other people around us unintentionally. And I know I said it's not your guys' job to heal others. It's not. It's just the way that the magnetism of healing works. It's such a high vibrational energy that when you guys are in that energy of healing yourself, it kind of like reverberates out into the world. And as it hits everybody else, it just kind of forces them through their own healing. And that's why it's so important to focus on your own happiness and to focus on your own inner healing, because that's going to bring you into a higher vibrational energy. What did I say? This happened when you were a child, and we have the childhood card coming out, innocence. This is saying you need to reconnect with your inner child. This is saying that again, that sacral chakra work, being able to play with yourself, have a good time, being open to having a good time, and really truly embracing that the darkness did come and it did consume you, but the sun will always break open the darkness here, and it will shine light back on you as that child of the source cosmic energy, whatever you want to call it. An emergence dragonfly. So dragonfly is definitely for me symbolize luck. And I feel like it feels lucky for you. Like everybody thinks you're really lucky. And it's like as you emerge out of this water here with the lotuses around you, it's like only you know how much work you've put in. And again, it's like to come up over the Empress and the Queen of Swords here, it's like you're coming back up into even more than Empress energy. This is embracing the inner goddess to me, or the inner god, right? So whatever you are, it doesn't matter. This is that energy of saying, I am my own infinite creator, and I'm emerging as my creator, and I'm letting my child play like within me. I'm letting my child play, and I'm going to emerge as this beautiful individual and not be afraid of the uniqueness of who I am. Because I feel like you've run from yourself for so long, and it's like now you're just in this energy of like, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm going to accept it. And that's what's helping your soul heal. And that's what you had lost, was a part of your child. Like there's definitely a need to go within and give your inner child this beautiful, deep love, because it will help you reconnect with yourself in a way you might not have known was possible. We have fierceness, Wolverine coming out, number 5, to change. Be fierce about accepting yourself, collective. Do not let anybody tell you you are not worthy of what it is that you're trying to do. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise or anything to your journey. Nobody has a say in it. It's yours to embark on. And if they think they have a say in it, then you know what? I'd leave them with this question. It's great that you're giving me advice, but why would I take advice from somebody who hasn't done what I'm doing? Just let that one sink in for a minute and see what happens. It's a fair question. It's not rude. It's not rude. It's just, tell me why I would take advice from you when you're not doing what I've done. It's a fair question. And then if they keep on it, just be like, I follow people who are doing the same thing I'm doing, who are successful at it, so you don't need to worry about what it is that I'm doing. That's like Queen of Swords energy. It's just being like, look, you got your opinion on it. It's not that your opinion's wrong. It's just you're trying to give me advice in an area that you know nothing about. So I'm not going to listen to it. Loyalty. That has to do with this connection. You've become loyal. So before I even started this video, I first heard too, and I want to bring this up because Source just reminded me, loyalty to your rituals. Right? To be loyal to your rituals. So whatever your rituals are, whether that's prayer, whether that's yoga, whether that's hula hooping, whether that's dancing, whether that's working out, lifting weights, whether that's jogging, whether that's doing new moon and full moon intentions, whether that's working with moon magic, whether that's working with candle magic, whether that's working with elemental magic, whether that's working with just manifestation magic, whatever it is that you guys want to call it, right? being honorable and loyal to those rituals, because that's you finding and working on your own inner happiness, because that's what's gotten you so far in this journey. Don't stop now. Like, keep at it, keep working on that, keep pouring into that, because that is what's going to ultimately bring you into this connection. It's like that's what's helping you balance your energy here. And that's what Source is saying. It's like when you're loyal to yourself 100%, then I'm bringing in somebody that's going to be loyal to you 100% in a way that you maybe never have experienced. We also have the number 29 up here, or 11. So again, 11 does signify some sense of union, but at the same time, 11 for myself is all about getting out there and doing what you need to do, and just don't hesitate. Like, keep your head down, stay focused, and keep working on the things that you're working on, because you are about to break through and break free. And again, we have the moon showing up here again, just reiterating that this is partially because of the new moon in Libra. I know we don't see the new moon, but it's just funny how the moon has come out and made an appearance, right? And made an appearance here. So I'm going to read this to you. God, I'm so glad that this came out, the Philosopher. We have number 20 coming out, the Philosopher, trusting the process. I love this card so much. This was one of the first ones that I drew when I got this deck. I think this is Saturn up here. I think if it's not, guys, I'm still learning the planets and stuff. And so you guys can tell me down below. No hate here. Just helping each other out, because we're all human. We all make mistakes, right? So I'm going to read this card to you. But this is beautiful energy here. You guys also, I heard when I flipped this over, some of you guys are Sagittarius. And that's why I think they're showing me this is Saturn. They're showing me Sagittarius Saturn placement. And they're also showing me Saturn Sun, so, or Saturn Moon. If you guys know your chart. If you don't, that's okay. That's just confirmation for some of you guys. And if you guys do have Saturn in Sagittarius, to continue with the occult type knowledge, because that is going to serve you so well on your journey, okay? It says, this wise old dragon is all about learning. What did I just say? That's so crazy. Oh my gosh, I love this. And the direction of our life is taking. This can be in our 3D physical world or on a metaphysical level. Yeah, so keep up with the metaphysical energy and stuff. That's great for you. He shows up when you have been considering taking up any kind of study. A return to or continuation of formal education, as well as a personal or spiritual nature. He came in with a strong connection to Galileo and to the planets, the solar system, mathematics, and science. He says one is never too old or young to learn. Set your sights and reach for the stars, for you have much to gain and to revel with your learning partners, or reveal with your learning partners. He has a particular affinity with the stars and constellations, and is often associated with people learning the old arts, such as astrology, scrying, and divination, as well as the sciences. He goes on to say, you've been putting off that which you want to learn. Your self-doubt hinders your true path, and that which excites you. Your affinity to the old arts is the opening of your journey. Take this as a notice that you should follow that which you seek with your heart, for only then will you truly tread the steps of your destiny. His presence is to help us navigate our world in our chosen direction. He becomes our compass, our guiding star when we are at a loss of what comes next. Call upon his presence to help you navigate you forward. Beautiful energy coming out here, guys. That's your happiness. Like they're saying, like, keep studying, keep working towards what it is that you're working on, because you're bringing in a lot of change right now, collective. And this is such glorious energy. Like, I can't even tell you guys how freaking excited I am about all of this, because this is beautiful energy. It's like, you've been through it. If you need someone to tell you and acknowledge that, I'm acknowledging that for you guys. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of hatred, a lot of jealousy, a lot of misdirection, right? A lot of just upsets in general. Okay. I heard 2 more. Okay, well, I guess 3 more is what we're getting. Okay. Oh, look, I miss you. This person misses you. You guys have a beautiful connection here. Even if you haven't met yet, it's like you guys have a longing for each other in your soul. Like, you've known each other for a long, long time. And I feel like that energy is starting to, now that you're really realizing your soul path or your journey, it's opening you up to this love that's within you. And again, I'm not here for labels, guys, because I think people put too much energy on labels. I think it's For me personally, I've learned it is about focusing on self, and this beauty of focusing on yourself and honoring the character and the wonder and the beauty that you are within, man or woman. It has opened you up to this beautiful connection, this beautiful happiness, and working on studying and learning for yourself, which is going to bring you so much joy and happiness. Cosmic healing. Yes. Yes. Look at this beautiful energy coming through. So what's going on here is, if when you guys sit with this energy, when you sit with this knowledge that's coming up, you guys are truly going to heal on a cosmic level. It's going to help bring you into a place of learning to be loyal and trustworthy to yourself and trusting yourself in the process. And that's what's going to bring you loyal and trustworthy people. And you're going to see it's like as within, so without, as above, so below, right? And so it's kind of like you're merging that energy and that knowledge into truth. And it's really finding its way of expression through you. It says you need spiritual fulfillment. And I think that definitely goes with the philosopher here. You know, it's like Source is telling you, keep following those rituals. I think that comes back to what I was saying, the channel message I got. Be loyal to your rituals. Don't give up on your rituals. Even if you get busy, just find some space. Even if you can only do 5 minutes a day when you normally do 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like that 5 minutes is still adding to the pot. It's still putting a deposit in. It's like if you have a bank account and you every week you put $100 in, but then 1 week you only had $3, doesn't that still add to it? And you're like, yeah, but it's only $3. No, but it's $3 more than what you would have had if you didn't put the $3 in. Right? And that's what Source is trying to point out. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or if it's 4 hours. It doesn't matter. That's that fulfillment. That is self-love. That's working on self-love. It's like, try to make as much time as you can. That's making space, right? But if you have a busy day, which is what it is in the human world, Source is saying just dedicate 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to yourself. You're going to feel so much better and you're going to be glad that you did. They will not be there for your journey. It's okay to let them go. Like, this is these people from the past, and I feel like you're really realizing that right now. I feel like you're really feeling into that energy of saying, like, you know, I get it. I get that they're not going to be there along the journey with me because they don't even understand what's going on with my journey. They have their own opinions about it, and they think it's, you know, whatever it is. And it's like you realize that that is not negativity that you want to stay in. It's not. I can't imagine why you would want to. We have love is patient, love is kind. I feel like that's what this connection Source saying. Slow things down. Don't be in such a rush to get to the end result. Let this unfold. Let it be the beautiful thing that it's meant to be. Everything will work out, okay? Look at that. Your bank account is growing soon. Yes. Oh my gosh, collective. Just keep moving. I heard that song. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Okay, like, yeah, so Source is just saying just keep going. Like everything that you've done is added up, and everything that you've done is about to be paid to you back tenfold. And I feel like this is just kind of that last little bit of overcoming the self-worth issue, okay? And like manifestation is definitely about feeling worthy of receiving what it is that we've asked for. And if you're still fighting those little bits, it's like Source is going to go out of its way to trigger those for you so that you can realize that, look, you are a being of light and love. You're the chosen one. You are a child of God. Own that. Yeah, someone's talking behind your back. So whoever this is, this energy over here, they talking about you behind your back, behind closed doors. They're like, oh, you know what the collective did today? Oh, you know what the collective told me? Hold up. Let me tell you what the collective told me. Girl, you ain't going to believe me today, but I'm about to tell you how it's going down. And that's the thing. It's like the things that they're passing on, they don't actually know anything about. It's just they're hearing what they want to hear. And then, you know, it's kind of like that old... Did you guys ever play telephone? When we were kids, my grandma, we would play so many games, and this is one of the games that when we were waiting on anything out in public, she would say, okay, it's time to play telephone. And so she would start something down the line, and as a family, we would all get in a circle as we were waiting, maybe at a restaurant or for a movie or something like that, right? We would stand in a circle. I can't make this up, guys. Like, this is what happened. And she would start something and it would go on down the line. And then, so the whole point of it, and she would call it telephone or grapevine. Like, it came out both ways, right? But she's like, whatever she started with, by the time it got to the last person, we're all like, what? And she was like, wait, what did you say? And it would be something that, I mean, you're like, did she really say that to you? Like, and it was so different than how it started. And that's how this person talks about you behind their back, behind your back. It's like they only ask you information so that they can like paint the picture the way that they want to paint the picture to make themselves look better. We've got Union of the Hearts coming out here, guys. Yeah, so there's definitely union coming in for you guys. You know, it's a beautiful energy. I wouldn't stick so much with the labels, because if you guys are consciously growing, you're going to understand what I mean by that. Sticking with the labels is what's keeping us from union, regardless of what it is. It's just remembering that this soul journey is really just that. It's about coming together with the soul. There's nothing else that we need. We don't need a quote unquote soulmate. We don't need an quote unquote twin flame. We don't need our other half. We don't need, because we're already whole in ourselves. And when you guys love yourselves the way that you want someone to love you, miracles happen. That's what it is. That's the manifestation magnet right there, because you're in a high vibration. You're standing in your strength, your beauty, your stability, your structure, your foundations are within. You're not asking source to fill you up you're asking source to fill you up. You're not asking other people to fill you up in the way that you were before, that people pleasing energy, right? Putting yourself on the back burner and being ruled only by the way that you felt, or being in this energy of like, oh, I can't do anything, or I can't do this because of this, because of that, because of this, right? No, you're like in this energy of like, look, I'm proud of who I am. I've done a shit ton of work in my life. I've healed so much. So, you know what? If you have a problem with me, guess what? I'm not worried about that anymore, because as far as I'm concerned, you've had a problem with me my whole damn life. So, go on. Go ahead and move the hell on out, right? Like, that's the energy that you're coming from right now. And that's what Source is saying. Like, that's what's bringing this healing. It's like this, either this connection because it's so near, or because it's come in already, is triggering that, or it's because you truly are working on the depths of your happiness. But again, we sometimes need somebody, an outside source, to come in to trigger us to those things that we're hiding from, because we didn't know we were hiding from them, right? We're human. It's only fair. We're not God, right? Like, yes, we'll get inspired, but sometimes that inspiration can only go so far. And so Source is making sure that you're getting triggered on these things right now. And while you're getting triggered on these things, you're realizing that it's really, truly just about you taking care of you. And in those moments of taking care of you, you're going to see how things start to flow fluidly for you. And you're going to be like, wow, like that, if I'd only done that sooner. But it's not even about that. Like, I always bring that up. Like, don't beat yourself up, because you learned it exactly when you needed to learn it at just the right time. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Like, you guys might have two offers coming in, because I split the deck the first time and the King of Wands came out on there too. And now it's coming out again. So you guys might have two offers. There might be a water sign and a fire sign coming towards you guys. Or just somebody who's super romantic and somebody who's very passionate. So just keep an eye out for that, guys. Just let you know. You get to choose. I mean, ultimately, you get to choose. But on the bottom, yeah, look, so the light is being shown to you. I think you're going to all of a sudden have all this attention on you that you didn't realize, you know, you could have had before. And it's just basically because you're coming into this energy of like, look, it's not about anybody. Like, even a man or a woman that you want in your life, it's okay to want somebody, right? But you don't need them. Like, and that's a hard concept to embody and embrace, because so many people are stuck in this needy, I gotta be approved by somebody energy. And that's what Source is saying to you right now, collective, is that you're about to come out of that fully, and you're about to heal those fragments of your soul that were lost on the journey, that kept you from really truly embodying your self-worth and self-belief and self-love. And so you're coming into that beauty right now. So this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. This one a lot longer than I was expecting, but again, Source had to speak, and so I'm here to speak about Source. So I love you guys so very much. You're amazing. It's truly an honor being here, and a pleasure, and I hope that this finds your heart well. Definitely leave me a comment down below if it resonates with you guys, and until next time, as always, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.